US All Sport. And on the US All Sport, we have been doing pretty well since the beginning of this week. As you will see here, we have been selling this asset as we despite the drop in stockpiles in the US. Then also we had yesterday that the Russia and Saudi Arabia are planning to cut oil production further till the end of this year, and despite this information, we still see the price of oil continues to nosedive. Now let's run through how the week started for us in this community and what led into the idea of selling this asset this week. Now let's rewind back to the beginning of the week. Now zoom right in so that we can see things clearly here. Now at the beginning of the week, it was more of an indecisive phase. As you will see here, that price action was initially confined within a range that is between the $90.40 level and the $89.80 level, to emphasize the level of indecision at that point in time. And of course, you know how we do it in this community. Whenever we have an uncertainty in the market like this and price transitions into a flat channel, we do want to be exercising patience, waiting for a signal to come, either in the form of a breakout of the resistance line of that range or the breakdown of the support line of that range for trading opportunities. Though prior to our live session on Monday, I told us all that I had a buy position triggered after the breakout of that resistance line, which of course price moved about 50 pips before the bearish momentum began, taking me out of that buy position. And what happened was an interesting breakdown, retest of both the key level and the support line of that range to incite our first sell position for the week. Then we went on to ride that momentum all the way to the downside, as you will see here. And in fact, during our live session yesterday, we acknowledged that we are going to be adding more sell positions if price action goes on to break down the $87 area. And if you look at this closely and sum up all these positions here, we have roughly 1,000 pips running in profit right now from two positions from our deliberations yesterday. And for those who took advantage of this opportunity, well done, and kudos to you for being on standby to capitalize on this move. And in fact, since yesterday's trading session, if you are taking advantage of that breakdown of the $87 area, we saw our price had moved over 400 pips in the last 24 hours. So it has been quite an interesting week for everyone in this community, and once again I congratulate you all for being on standby to capitalize on this move. Now the next thing we want to be doing as usual is to ensure that we secure our current position. So if you still have a sell position running on the US All Sport, I will encourage you to move all stop losses. Let's secure this current sell position while we look out for more opportunities. And if you still have a sell position, where do we want to be having our stop loss placed? I will be suggesting that anywhere above the $83.50 level and the $84.50 area seems most appropriate. Remember that we do want to be giving enough room for price action to breach, just in case we have some retracements before the bearish trend continues to the downside. So with a well secured position at this juncture, what is going to be our next line of action? Are we going to continue selling the US All Sport today, or are there chances that buyers could come in at any point in time to incite an uptrend move? Now, for us to have a better idea of what is going on here, it is important that we take an holistic look at what is going on in this market. And to do that, we would like to scale up into the higher time frame and in fact refresh our memories on what we saw here at the beginning of this week. Now at the beginning of the week, this is what we saw here, and we took into consideration the nature of price action since the month of June, and of course it's quite clear that the market has been on a strong bullish momentum, as you will see here. And to emphasize the strength of the buyers, we connected a series of higher lows, giving us a major ascending trend line to guide our trading decision for the week. Now, if we fast forward into what is going on right now, you will see that the trend line has been broken to the downside, which further incites the idea that sellers are getting momentum and giving us a momentum shift at this point in time. Now, how do we intend to capitalize on any potential opportunity here? Well, for me at this juncture, we will continue to ride the downtrend move, and then even if we cite a bullish opportunity like buy pressure at any point in time, it could turn out to be the retracement of this impulse leg back into this red trend line to incite a downtrend move. Now, if you remember at the beginning of the week, we acknowledged the descending trend line, and it was as a result of the consistent lower highs since price action tested that $94 level. And after we connected that series of lower highs, we had this trend line, and in fact this trend line has been supporting our bearish bias since the beginning of this week. So even if we see buy pressure coming here, I'm of the opinion that it could turn out to be a retracement of that impulsive move where price could incite some more selling pressure to the downside. So at this point in time, as long as price still remains below that descending trend line, that is the red highlighted trend line, we'll continue to hold on to a bearish bias and look out for more selling opportunities here. Now let's scale back down into the 1 hour time frame and let's look at things from the lower time frames perspective. Now, with the way situation are going right now, this is what I saw this morning while I was trying to dissect the current market structure. I saw this consolidation phase here between the $83.80 level and the $83.10 area. And of course, you know how we do it. We want to wait for a breakdown or break out of that range to give us an opportunity to sell. And as a result of this, I had my sell stop order below the $83.10 level to capitalize on this bearish move. And for those who took advantage of this one too, well done to you. But if you had missed out on this one, well, let's hold on and see what will happen today. From a technical standpoint, whenever we have a breakdown of a support line like this, we expect at some point in time price may come back, retest the structure that was broken to incite a downtrend scenario. Now let's see if the market will come back into that structure to retest it and incite that downtrend continuation. If it does, then we will be excited to add more sell positions to our existing trade. But if this does not happen and price continues to nosedive to the downside, well, then I will suggest that we allow the trade to pass and wait for new setups to mature. So at this point in time, we'll still hold on to our bearish bias. Those who still have a sell position running, kindly move your stop losses, secure your current sell position, and let's see what happens from here. And one of the things we are looking out for is a potential retest of the $83.10 level. Let's see if that will happen. If it does, then we'll be part of that bearish move. But if it doesn't, then let's hold on and allow this bearish momentum to run through. These are my views here on the US oil spot for today. If you have any questions, feel free to let me know in the comment section.